What's up, YouTube family? Gerald Greenlee here with Clean and Green Lawn Service in beautiful South Georgia. Hey, hope y'all having a great day today. For those of you that may have come here for probably just because of this specific video, not regular viewers of the channel, we appreciate you tuning in today. And I'm going to kind of do a review slash upgrade on my boat. So several years ago, I put in a NOCO Genius charger, onboard charger on my boat. As a matter of fact, this went on the boat I owned before this one. So I had a SS90 Skeeter, which was a 93. This here is a 2002 SX170 Skeeter that I bought from my neighbor, and so I moved the charger over to this boat when I bought it. So I'm gonna show you what I got going on. I'm gonna kind of do a little review, what I think about it, tell you why I'm making some changes, okay? All right, so the first thing is, this right here is what I had. This is the video I did, and it is a NOCO Genius 15 amp. So it's 3 banks, 1, 2, 3. It's a 15 amp charger because it has 5 amps going to each bank. All right. Now, did I like this charger? I loved this charger. Why do I have this charger out of the boat if I loved it? Well, let me show you what I got. There's 2 reasons. One main reason, but we'll get to that in a minute. So what I have here is a NOCO Genius 10 times 3, which means it is a 30 amp, 15 amp, 30 amp. Now, I would not have upgraded from a 15 to a 30, but something happened here. This is my lawn care slash wood shop. I have all the mowers parked out here because I got the boat in here right now. The boat normally stays under the first bay of that shelter. So yeah, I got a lot of junk out here. Here's my rescue dog, Darla. She loves it down here. So a couple of, probably about 6 months ago, 8 months ago, we had some bad lightning here. My neighbor's got a cabinet shop over here. It burned up one of his paint pumps and caught some stuff in his shop on fire. Thankfully, he saw it. He was able to put it out. It was fine. I came down here to my shop a couple of days later, and this light was out. It was black on one end. I mean, like really black. And I thought, huh. So then I put 2 and 2 together, and I said, well, lightning must have got it when it got my neighbor's shop. Because all of our power poles are tied together here. My shop is tied off the same pole as theirs. And I haven't fished in a while. My neighbor wanted to borrow my boat. And I said, okay. His was in the shop. He said, your battery charger's not working. I thought, huh. Hadn't checked it in a while. Because these are designed, you plug them up and leave them. And I got to thinking back, and I said, you know what? I bet the lightning got it, because the same cord that fed this light at the time came from over there in that shop, and it also had another cord coming off the box that fed the boat charger. So it got fried. That was a long way to tell you that. It got fried. And so when it come time to upgrade it, because fishing season's here and I need to get it back upgraded and going, these right here, I think I could get for around $175, somewhere in that neighborhood. These are closer to about $275. I went ahead, I love the brand. Man, I have been so happy with this thing. So you can see on here, it has modes. You got the regular lead acid, you got the AGM, you got the lithium. It also has a repair mode on it. These are phenomenal. You know, $300 sounds like a lot of money, but the truth is, if you keep a charger on it, these chargers will help maintain your batteries, and your batteries will last a lot longer. That's been my experience, okay? Rather than just putting a regular car charger on them a day before the tournament, charging them up after they've been sitting there, you know, slowly losing power since last month when you went to fish. So This maintainer is really nice. It's really nice. And it has a memory on it. It remembers whatever you put these settings on. You don't have to do that every time. I just got regular lead acid batteries. I just use that. It shows you as they charge, and then when it's fully charged, you get this green light here. Now, the reason I spent the extra $100 is because occasionally I will go and fish a 2-day tournament. So what this means here is it puts 5 amps. It charges 5 amps to each battery. I have 3 batteries in here, and it'll put 5 amps to each one of them. This one will put 10 amps to each one, which means, in theory, it would charge about twice as fast. So there have been situations where I went and fished a 2-day tournament, which I do very seldom. And if you get out there and it's really, really windy, I got a nice trolling motor, this Minn Kota Tarova. I have a video on it on the channel. This Tarova with the iPilot, the spot lock, all that. If you get in really, really windy conditions, this thing runs hard all day long. And so it discharges the batteries down pretty low. Now, again, I don't have high dollar batteries. I get these from Advanced Auto, AutoZone. They're about 800 amp batteries. You know, I don't fish enough to justify going out and buying these, you know, $400 and $500 batteries and however else they might, you know, they might cost. If I did this all the time, I would invest in that. So what happens, you know, you may not get back to the place where you're staying at and get your boat hooked up. Man, it's allowed to be, you know, 7 o'clock at night, and then you're getting up at 4 o'clock the next morning, headed back to the boat ramp. And I have had situations where my batteries were run down to where I did not get 100% charge off of this. And so that's the reason I spent the extra $100. Now, this works fine if you're going to go out and fish all day and then you're coming back home and you're not going to go fishing again for a day or two. This is absolutely fine in my experience. This here is just going to give me a little bit faster charge, and this should ensure that if I plug it in overnight. I did some quick Google. It says to charge a battery with these, I don't know what level it would be down to, but a 5 amp is somewhere between 10 and 12 hours, depending on the size of your battery and all that kind of good stuff, right? So this is probably going to be more in the neighborhood of 5 to 6 hours. And so it was just a better deal for me. So I'm going to go ahead and unbox this thing, and I'll show you what we got. Just in the unboxing, if you want to talk about quality and a company that cares, it comes in this box. This box, which fully closes and locks, has a sleeve over it, right? And then you open this up. Look at this, nice padding. I mean, you can tell, let's tell you some accessories that you can use. I actually already have one of these on my boat. But that just screams quality. That just screams quality, you know, for somebody to take the opportunity. I'm going to see if I can pull it out of there. By the way, if you don't watch the channel on a regular basis, getting out of my boat a couple of weeks, about a week ago, I hopped out. My finger caught a 2x4 on the shelter over there, and I broke the bone behind my ring finger knuckle. So I'm not able to do, I'm not as mobile as I need to be. So, there's some screws in here to mount it with. About to get that out. Also comes with some paperwork. You can also register these. I have heard about some people that, you know, registered and they had some issues, and that the company was really good to them. So just something to keep in mind. So right here we have our 3 banks. 1, 2, and 3. And I want to say, let me check something real quick. All right, what I was checking is, somebody in the video told me they had a 4 bank, I think. And they said that one set of the wires was longer than the rest. So you needed to make sure and think about that when you were hooking it up, you know. Now, I have not called NOCO, but a guy on YouTube did. I can't remember his channel. And they said that you're allowed to add up to 10 feet to these leads. You need to do it between the battery connection and the fuse, and you need to use the gauge wire that you have here, which I don't know if that's like 12 gauge maybe. It's hard to tell. Sometimes it just has more insulation on it, but anyway, whatever the gauge wire, so you would splice it in between here up to 10 feet. Again, I did not call and check on that, but I actually saw that on 2 different YouTube channels. Now, one of the reasons I watched some YouTube channels in relation to this, people who had made videos like I've made, is because you really can't find any information on hooking up 24 volts. Now, I get this question all the time, and I'm gonna tell you, this is not a professional answer, okay? I wanna be crystal clear about that. I hook one bank up to each battery. And I do not, because I have the batteries run in series to make 2 batteries 24 volts, I do not unhook that wire that has them run in series. I just come home, I plug the charger in. I have never had a problem with it charging my batteries. Now, are you supposed to do that? Well, you really can't find anything in the paperwork, I don't think, that tells you one way or another. Now, it's been a long time since I looked at this stuff, but most guys on YouTube don't deal with that question because most guys are like me, they're not professionals. Some guys say you can do it the way I've done it. Some say you can't, that you need a disconnect between the 2 batteries. So these chargers are what I would call a smart charger. They maintain, they know the condition of the battery, they know what they need to do to it. It seems to me that leaving them hooked up in series doesn't make a difference. It seems to me. Again, I do not know. All I can tell you is I successfully run this one for probably about 3 years. I never had any issue with it. Now, is that what messed up my charger? It's a possibility. Could it just be that burned up my charger and it wasn't lightning? It could be. All I can tell you is my neighbor's shop got damaged, the light in my shop got damaged, and this got damaged at the same time. So if you want to disconnect the wire, disconnect the wire. I'm not telling you to do it one way or another. I just felt that I would deal with that subject in this video. All right, there we go. It is installed over there. I'll try to get you closer up and let you get a little bit better shot of it. See if we can get in here and take a look at it. Hopefully you can see okay right there. But got it installed. Got all the batteries hooked up. Of course, I've done a lot of other work with my boat, but I have not used another onboard charger. I got a couple of friends that have had different ones. I built boats for 18 years, and so we put onboard chargers in. I can't remember the brands that we used over the years. I worked for Bayliner for 6 years, and then that plant shut down and Regal bought the plant, and me and 9 other people started the Regal plant. And so anyway, NOCO, I recommend. I've been really happy with it. Now this is my second one. We'll see how it goes. You know, could have problems, but you know, hopefully everything will go fine. So that's the plan. That's the hope. So I got all that done up and good to go. So hey, appreciate you watching the video. I close all my videos this way, or most all of them. My prayer for you is always the same, that the Lord might richly bless you and that you might see all of your blessings as from Him.